Sergeant Dorian Ellison stepped off Flight 216 into the heart of Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, not as an ordinary traveler, but as a solemn shadow. His crisp dress uniform, immaculate white gloves, and ramrod posture bespoke the gravity of his mission. He wasn't there for leisure. He was escorting a body, that of Sergeant Lennox Rayford, a brother in arms who wouldn't be making it home on his own 2 feet. As the casket, draped with the perfectly folded American flag, moved gently down the ramp from the plane, Dorian walked alongside it, each step precise, the world around him non-existent. This was the training, the oath. You protect the honor of the fallen, even when no one's watching. However, as they reached the bottom of the jet bridge, a young security officer, Alyssa Gentry, perhaps in her mid-20s and eager to prove her worth, stepped in. "Excuse me, sir," she called out, clipboard in hand. "I need to see your access credentials for this restricted area." Dorian didn't blink, his eyes fixed on the casket. "Ma'am, I am currently in the process of escorting a fallen soldier to ground transport. I am not to be delayed." His voice was low but firm, no hint of aggression. Just fact. Officer Gentry, however, pressed on. "I understand that, sir, but this area is restricted. I wasn't informed of any ceremony or procession today. If you don't have clearance, I need to radio this in." The tension hung thick. Passengers started to notice, some lowering coffee cups, others hushing conversations. It was then that an older, more authoritative voice cut through. "Officer Gentry, stand down!" Tasha Pennington, an airport supervisor with nearly 3 decades of service and a no-nonsense gaze, approached. Her name tag swung, and beneath it, a small gold cross was visible. "You don't touch that flag. You don't hold up this man." Her voice was calm, but carried an authority that made Gentry shrink back. Tasha turned to Dorian. "Sergeant, I apologize. Please proceed." Just then, another man, Bryce Hanford, the airport's federal security director, hurried over. "Sergeant Ellison, on behalf of the airport and the TSA, my deepest apologies. This shouldn't have happened." Dorian merely nodded, a slight dip of his head. "It's not about me, sir. It's about who I'm walking with." As Dorian and the casket proceeded to the waiting transport vehicle, Tasha walked with them. "I'll walk with you to the transfer van," she said softly, "just in case someone else forgets what that uniform means." The entire scene, captured by Jerome Thacker, a truck driver waiting for his flight, soon went viral. The raw, unedited footage showed Dorian's dignity, Tasha's intervention, and the respectful hush that followed. Millions watched. Hundreds of miles away in Fresno, California, Janelle Rayford, Lennox's widow, saw the video. The tears she thought had dried up returned, but this time they were of gratitude, mixed with her grief. Her eldest son, 8-year-old Braylon, asked, "Mommy, is that the man bringing Daddy home?" Janelle nodded, showing him the video. "He made sure your daddy came home the right way, son." 2 days later, Dorian Ellison was back at the same airport, this time catching his flight back to his D.C. base. As he reached gate D-17, a Delta employee approached him. "Sergeant Ellison?" He nodded. She handed him a folded piece of paper. "Someone left this for you. Said you'd be coming through." It was a handwritten note. "Sergeant Ellison, I don't know your story, but you helped carry mine. My husband was Staff Sergeant Lennox Rayford. I saw what you did. My son saw it too. Thank you for treating him like he still mattered. You didn't speak, but we heard you. Janelle Rayford." Dorian tucked the note into his jacket pocket. Later, on the plane, just before takeoff, the cabin's PA system crackled to life. "Ladies and gentlemen," the flight attendant began, "we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge someone special on board. Sergeant Dorian Ellison, a U.S. Army tomb guard, who recently completed the sacred duty of escorting one of our nation's fallen soldiers home. A soft applause started from the back of the plane and spread, a slow, measured rhythm like a salute in sound. Dorian looked out the window, not wanting the focus. It wasn't about him. It was about Lennox Rayford. It was about every soldier who never got to come home. It was about the people watching, realizing, maybe for the first time, that some acts of service happen without cameras, without ceremony, without even thanks. And yet, they happen anyway. He bowed his head, not low, just enough. That applause wasn't praise, not recognition. It was understanding. And for the first time in a long while, Dorian felt it.